Okay, everybody. Anyway, the baby's back, but the baby's not going to understand a word I'm going to say anyway. Welcome back.
He's very intelligent.
Okay, well, in view of the fact that I've never seen a colony of kilts like I've seen today, I think I'll set the tone.
Do it again with feeling.
We'll get you up later, the kilts. You're dancing later.
Well, they won't take to the floor. I've got a nice ballad, which is a waltz, a Scottish ballad.
Excellent, thank you.
Anyway, I'd just like to say hello, everybody, and welcome. Thank you for travelling here from, well, France, Wanda, and places far afield. We came from Twickenham, but the fog was enough on the M25, M20, M26, etc. But it hasn't been an easy journey for quite a lot of you, I realise that. I mean, I'm going by past experience, because when Pip actually lived in Maidstone, I managed to negotiate the contra one-way system and all the rest of that, and we found her. But I think it was the second occasion we came down to see her in Larkfield. It was my fault, I got lost. You might think I didn't program the sat-nav. Well, to be quite honest, this is my sat-nav here.
Well done.
Sylvie now.
She's got a voice as good as Joanna Lumley, but she can't swear like her. And talking of which, everybody said, what's the best sat-nav to get? Tom Tom, I think that's Lumley's voice over that one. Tom Tom's one of the market leaders, but I thought to myself, well, I'd love to get a sat-nav when Janet Street Porter can do the voice. Because can you imagine it, you're programming it all in, you say, expletives? No. Expletives? Yes. You know, if it's a family occasion, then you turn off the swearing. So, anyway, by the by. But anyway, thanks for getting here. Anyway, just to finish off on that note, we were travelling across the motorway between Aylesford, Larkfield to Aylesford, Aylesford to Candlerise. You know, it's like one of these period dramas, and we finished up in Snodland.
That's not a period drama, is it?
You know, there wasn't a single snod about for a start. And we found, eventually I spotted a group of elderly people on a mission, and it turned out it was a Sunday lunchtime. I was late for Pip's lunch. They were off to the local pub for their Sunday lunch, but they put us right, and we got to Larkfield, and we still get lost when we come down here nearly today. We missed Giggs Hill Road or whatever, but anyway, you're all here, and it's really great, and thank you for coming to celebrate Philippa and Michael's wedding.
Hey.
Oh, what a wedding.
In spite of all the invasion of the kilts, this is Philippa's day. I call her Pip. I always have done since she was tiny. And you must admit she looks stunning today. I mean, it was a nice show of the kilts, but you haven't got a chance against this. No. So, there we are. Well, what can I say now?
Thanks, Dad.
Oh, yeah. I mean, I'll tell you one thing. I mean, she's the registrar here in Maidstone, at the Bishop's Palace as well. And she was incredibly nervous today, and I'm sure when she's actually working professionally, she's fine, you know, but today, and people will bear me out, she was extremely nervous, bless her, and did very well.
Thank you.
Right, anyway, she did phone me up as well. She's very considerate. She said, Dad, I know your dad's part of the family's Scottish. Well, they were sort of Galloway Hills, Wigtown, Stranraer, Dumfries, mainly Newton, Stewart and Stranraer. And she said, would you like to wear a kilt? There's going to be a lot of the guys wearing a kilt. And I thought, no, November? No, I'll stay with the trousers. Anyway, good on you lads, you all look pretty damn good as well.
Hey, thank you.
Scottish man here.
Scotsman, right. Anyway, before Pip became a registrar and came to Maidstone, she was in West Sussex, a lovely little village at Stenning, near Stenning, and she thought that she was going to follow a career in accountancy, and she was doing well. She was getting her exams. And I think at one point she was working in Worthing and working, and this is a nice thing to have on her CV, even though as a registrar it won't matter that much. She worked for the Inland Revenue in...
Thanks, Dad.
Sorry.
Thanks, Dad. Street cred's out window now.
Well, one day she might decide to finish her exams off, but she knows she's got that. But there are other things she did. She was at art college as well, and she's just recently sort of exercising that creative side by getting an interest in photography. And I'm not talking weddings here, we're talking framing, you know, stuff she sees when she's out and about in the viewfinder and making nice compositions of stuff. And she's got one or two at home and they look really good. So even though she didn't pursue a career in graphics or whatever, like us, both of us, she has got this creative side. And prior to that, when going back further, when she was even younger, she had a period of Strictly Come Dancing. I'll tell you, it was only recently because, like more than half the nation, we're watching it every week. And one night we watched it, and Sylvie says, "Do you remember Pip?" I said, "Yeah, of course. Remember when we used to go, we went to see her, and it took me right back because, you know, we did go, and she was 13, 14 years old. She was going through this Strictly period, as I say. She was dancing in school teams against other schools as an individual competitor as well as, you know, a team player, and she was Latin and ballroom and foxtrotting her way around and God knows what. She won medals, she got bronze medals and God knows what.
No, silver and gold.
Silver and gold! Thank you, dear. Anyway,
Never bronze, darling. Never.
She was very good, and it was Sylvie that said she had a lot of talent. She could have been a professional, and this is true, she could have been. But, well, never to be again, but nevertheless. Oh, and then she finally started saying, oh, and she can sing as well.
Oh, no.
And then guess what? Yeah, later than that, Ashley and Emily, and they all know what I'm going to say, they totally stitched her up.
Oh, God, no.
By phoning up a local radio station and putting her in for her X Factor moment by, you know, entering into a competition that she knew nothing about. But she didn't let them down. She very bravely decided to go ahead with it, and unrehearsed went on air, and no music to accompany her. She sang this popular song at that time was called "Torn."
Natalie and Brooklyn.
Now I know what that song's like. It's got lots of seminotes, semitones in it, minor key. I mean, how difficult can you get? It's not even in a major key, and she sang it brilliantly.
Oh,
and,
cute.
Yeah. And I don't know whether she ever forgave her daughters for doing that to her, but it depended on everybody phoning up and voting for her. I was trying to recruit around the Twickenham area and getting everybody, all my mates, to phone in. But she didn't win, but nevertheless she was good. And if anybody wants to get in touch with me, I've got a Windows media player.
Oh, you have
I have. I'll email it to anybody.
I want to hear that.
Give us a song.
Oh, no.
Philbert, give us a song.
I passed it on to my daughter.
Well, I'm not saying, I can't reveal my sources.
Oh.
Sorry.
You have not?
I have.
No.
No, I've not got it here. I'm not playing it here.
Oh, my God. I'm about to have a panic attack.
No, I have got the Windows media player of you singing, and it's very good. Yes, I have.
You're not playing it now.
No, I'm not playing it.
It's fine.
No, people have to email me first.
I saw that one.
Anyway,
Oh, my God.
where am I now? See? Pulled off my stroke now. Anyway, no, seriously, she was good, but she's very happy in her job, and long may it continue. And as I say, never seen her as nervous on the other side of today when she was actually not conducting a ceremony. but there we go.
No control.
Anyway,
obviously.
moving on briefly and passing over to the kilts now. Just to say that it's been good entertainment, and I don't know a heck of a lot about Michael, apart from the fact that I discovered gradually he's a bit of a petrol head, as I was. Well, in my younger days when I could afford to be more of a petrol head. And so on. I met Darren as well, a lovely. Red Jags seems to be the theme of things.
That's his wife's car.
Well, I'll tell you what, it certainly shifted back in. Don't tell his wife.
No, I drive it like that as well.
She learned me.
Anyway, I think I've said enough, and I'll probably be in trouble later. So I'm going to put up and shut up, but not before. I would ask you all to be upstanding to wish Philippa and Michael all the health and happiness in the future. To Philippa and Michael. Cheers. Cheers.
It's very warm in here now.
Okay, thank you everybody.
Well done, Stuart.